Miracle Beauty. I typically do no buys, low buys, pan challenges, and unboxings, but I want to do a different video. Something I personally haven't seen talked about a lot on YouTube, and something that I believe we have to be open in talking about. And so, sorry if this makes you a little uncomfortable, but I think it needs to be said. So, I am a female. Shock and awe. I have a period. And I have problems with the current things on the market. Over the last at least 10 years, really 12, because my son will be 13 in November, and I think it started after he was born. I switched to cloth pads. I tried the Divas, and there's just a lot of unknowns with all menstrual protection or period protection. Last year, this spring, I was Googling and doing some research, and I came across Thinx panties. So this is their newest one. This is a high-waisted. It does come in blue, and these actually hold a crazy amount. Now, what they promise and what I personally think they hold are two different things. To each his own. I'm actually going to get exactly what they say. Okay, so the high-waisted one that I just showed, this blue one. Now this comes, I believe, only in blue and black right now. I just got this. This is not used or anything. Actually, I think it's only been washed at that. And it does say it holds 2 regular tampons worth. I personally believe it's more. I will say, after my last son was born almost 10 years ago, his birthday is actually next weekend, they did find endometriosis and removed a lot of it. Since that surgery was done, I do have a lot lighter periods. Prior to that, I literally would have a very, very ungodly heavy period from Saturday to Saturday, or 7 days, 8 days. Sometimes I'd have to miss work because literally nothing would hold it. So now I do have a lighter flow. I'm able to 3-4 days max. I typically, you know, when I use pads, I typically use 3 to 5 pads per day, depending on the size and style. I typically use 3 of these per day with my heaviest days. Not my heaviest, but my regular time. Sometimes I have heavier ones. So another style that they have, and I have to say this style is not my favorite style that they have. I believe it's just a malfunctioning in the style. This also holds 2 tampons worth. So these, I am blessed in the rear, and what happens is the back side slides down and almost like pulls because there's no room for a booty. It's like it was made for a flat butt person. And then also I was a gymnast. I have very big thighs. They've never gone away. The thighs aren't big enough. So again, I think it's a design flaw. As far as my period, I actually like these because I feel like that comfort of having that longer leg really helps. But I find that it's impossible to wear to work because I'm pulling them up all day long. Another style, and this is one of my older versions, this is a black one, they now have gray as well, is the hip hugger. And let's see how much that one holds. Actually, that comes in blue, pale pink called dusk, beige, and black. There is no gray anymore. I actually have gray. So this is the hip hugger. It sits like just below your belly button. And that one holds also 2 regular days. They actually call this the heavy days, 2 regular tampons, excuse me. So that one, they also have like cotton and sport and strings and leotards, and I mean, it's crazy all the stuff that they have. However, me personally, how I started this was I get chafing and it hurt and it was uncomfortable, and these are so comfortable. I do find if I have a super heavy month that I do actually supplement. I will actually wear these, put a pad over it, and then eventually during the day are able to remove the pad and use the pad or the panty as intended. Now, the one thing I will say about these is be careful with your sizing. If you size too big, you can have leakages and issues. If you size too small, it does stretch the actual weight or elastic. And unfortunately, I grabbed a size that, I mean, it wasn't small, but it was just a little bit, just enough that I kept pulling it a little bit, and the bottom actually stretched out. I didn't know at the time that's what was causing it. Somebody else actually tipped me off to that, and I have to say, Thinx was kind enough to send me replacement panties when I showed them pictures of it, and I felt bad when the person told me what they believe caused it, because I can't say that that didn't contribute. So I just urge you to read and actually take your inch measurements and apply them to the size chart and try to get the best fit that you can. Now, I currently have, I believe I have 12 or 14 pair, depending on if it's a hip hugger, a high waist, although that is the biggest amount that I have. I love them. They're almost like a girdle. It is like just a comfortable one though. And then the boy shorts. So I typically do not need all of them in one period cycle. It actually works out really well that I typically use 9 to 10. Sometimes I'll hit 12. Actually, I think I had 14 because I think the week I hit 12, it actually, I still had some left, so I must have 14. But I think that if you wanted something to try, buy, like they have a discount if you buy 3, 4, 5, I think. And if you do that, then you actually can kind of try them out and see how they work for you, see which styles you like. That's what I did my first order. I actually ordered the pack that you get 20% off, and that, so they now have pre-built 3 pair for $89, 2 pair for $64. So for 3 pairs you save 10%, 5 pairs you save 15, and 7 you save 20. So I must have bought 7 the first time. I did high-waisted, I did hip huggers, and I did boy shorts. I've never bought any more boy shorts at all since then. I did just recently do an order with them and ordered, they had, I think it was 50% off, or buy one get one 50, or buy one get one free or something. It was just in May, I believe. So get on their mailing list if you want to try these. Wait for a coupon. Sometimes when you sign up, they actually send you a really good coupon, but I know this video was kind of personal and kind of, you know, uncomfortable for some, but I think it's important to kind of get the products out there that are helping us deal with the normal parts of life. And for me, Thinx has made my life a lot easier. I do wash them typically by themselves or with a towel or two with just the bare minimum detergent, and I do not dry them. I air dry them. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below. I'll be happy to help you and give you my experience with things. I'm sure I'm missing some key points that are important here. I will say, it just clicked in my head, I do wear these at night. I don't typically have a problem. I can't say I never have, but I typically don't. So that is my video, both review and an introduction to Thinx panties. If you have any questions, post them below. If you like this video and you want to see more like this, please click like. That lets me know what you want to see and what you want more of. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, ring the bell for notifications, and I hope I see you again soon.